Put a minute on the clock. Go.
Yeah, that's a great question, or that's a great point you bring up. I think that being more of a renter is certainly an advantage that you have, the flexibility that offers. And I'm curious, would it make sense to spend 15 minutes learning how you could actually continue supporting other renters around the United States by becoming an investor yourself? I mean, if you're that much into renting and you're that much in support of renters around the country, let's see if we can put a plan together to not only put you in a position to have your out-of-pocket costs be the same or less, but also take it a step further and let's get you in a position where you can support other renters around the country. Does that sound great?
Break script, Jeff. It never even occurred to me that would be an answer to that. I absolutely love it. I thought you were going to go right into all the benefits of home ownership. There's no wrong way to do it. I love it. I didn't even see it coming, brother.
Andy and I were talking beforehand about, well, that's an interesting one. Let's see how we can take this one.
Oh, it's fantastic. Andy, you're talking. Let's put another minute on the clock. Andy, you're talking to somebody who tells you, I'm not a buyer. I'm a renter, and I'm going to rent forever. What do you say?
Hey, Jason, how do you feel about building someone else's wealth through real estate? So what we know is that the average rental rate is about $1,400 a month. So that means you're going to spend $16,000 to $17,000 on rent, right? What if I gave you $16,000 or $17,000 to invest? How would you invest that, Jason?
Yeah, I have no idea. Maybe I'd buy a red Dodge Ram.
Yeah, exactly. You do something with it, though, right? So the reality is that you're going to spend money on where you live. Let's make an investment in one of the best real estate markets that we've ever seen and start building wealth for yourself and your family. How's that sound?
I love it. Break script. Sounds good to me. That was I understood that route. You showed the difference. You showed the value. By the way, both of these guys took the exact same question and went in completely different routes. And both of them, I bet you, end up selling a house in this case. I love it. Okay, so now you know how this goes. You heard them both. It's not a popularity contest. You're picking which one of those sounds best to you. And okay, Jeff, y'all give away 25% of your commission income back to Glover's Heroes, and you spread it all over Michigan to first responders. I just want to say thank you on behalf of every one of them for what you're doing.
Yes. Yep, we sure do. We try to do more than that if we can, which is taking care of nurses and teachers and firefighters and first responders. And, you know, the more money we raise for it, the more people we can help out, period.
So why? Why do you do it?
I believe that there's a lot of organizations out there that support, say, for instance, the military or veterans.
I don't know, some nondescript piece of property in Scotland, so that makes me Lord.
I absolutely love it, you guys. But it's great to see both of you. Happy New Year to each of you. Now, keep in mind, there can be only one, and one of you guys is moving on. Very close race. The voting is open. Andy, you're moving on. Jeff, I'm sorry, my brother. I'll talk to you again soon. Andy, start limbering up because you're going to be having a difficult round two. I can tell you that already. Now, let me just tell you this, for whatever it's worth. Jeff Glover, on any day of the week, is one of the best script ninjas in the entire residential real estate industry. But that's what round one looks like. You had two amazing people go head-to-head. Like I said, absolutely no losers here. Amazing winners all the way across the board. We're going to be getting into round two in a moment, but here's what I want you to understand. When Jeff took that objection and said, look, you want to rent, that's great, but how do you feel about also being a landlord? I'll be honest with you, that was a million miles from what I was thinking. This is some of the creativity that you can use in your script work. So here's my question to you. When that objection was asked, in the back of your mind at all, were you thinking about how to make this person into a landlord? If the answer is no, I want you to think about it for your entire data bank. How many of the current people in your system that you may have helped buy or sell a house could now buy or sell a piece of investment real estate? Maybe you want to send out a survey to everybody. And three simple questions. Number one, have you ever thought of owning investment real estate? Number two, do you want to do that in 2021? Number three, do you want to pay cash or get credit financing?